take her up to Monto, 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 take her up to Monto, Langaroo, to you.
We're on a street called James Joyce Street today. This was the entrance to Nighttown. It was called Mabbott Street then, and it's in Ulysses as, listed as Mabbott Street, where Leopold Bloom makes his entrance into Nighttown, into Monto. So Monto was all down around this area here. At that time, it was a warden of little streets and big Georgian houses. Basically, what we're doing now, we're going to take you down through the streets, and this is going to show you the area as it was. Here we are on Foley Street, which was originally called Montgomery Street in 1776, and that's how Monto got its nickname, short for Monto. It was named after Elizabeth Montgomery, who married a wealthy developer, and little did he know that his wife's maiden name of Montgomery would come short for Monto. All down the street here was lots of houses here, lots of 3-storey, 4-storey houses, and some 2-storey houses down along the streets. These streets would be redeveloped. So down here is where the name comes from. So we're going to walk down here and have a look at some of the stuff that was down here. Now we're on what's called the entrance into Liberty House Flats, but this was the entrance into Purdon Street. And basically this is where in 1960 put a dividing wall right between the new social housing or corporation buildings and Foley Street. And the wall stood there up to the 1980s, and we can see it in this photograph here, where you see the power box here, and you can actually see the wall in this 1980s photograph, and the ruins of the tenements there of corporation buildings, they can be seen in that. So that wall was there, stood there till 1906 up to the 1980s, and it was knocked down then. Okay, behind me here we have where Madam Annie Mack, Mrs. Mack, had a house, number 85. Then was then Mecklenburg Street, and later it became used by Mrs. Meehan. But this is the house that King Edward VII, according to the local legend, was a frequent visitor into the Monto. He went to here. So that house stood here, and it was there till the 1930s, and then was pulled down. So we have a photograph of the house here that was there then at the time. And as I said, so the cream of Irish and English society used to come into this area. When the police raided the brothels of Monto on the 12th of March 1925 and closed up the remaining brothels had been open. Then after that was all done, the Legion of Mary then they organised a big march. It was a huge march that was seen by many people. Hundreds of people lined up outside the Pro-Cathedral Church on Marlborough Street, and they were led by a man carrying a crucifix. When that march took place into the area then, it was the dying days of Monto, the glory days of the madams. Like the madams weren't afraid of the British Army, DMP, police, RIC, but you're afraid of the power of the church. And now the church has used this power. We're organising that big march into Monto, and then the madams knew that the days of Monto were gone.